His pleasure burns me alive. His guilt drowns me, and the worst part, I feel every second of it, because destiny chained my soul to a man who keeps betraying it. They call the fated mate bond a blessing, crafted by the moon goddess herself. They lied. My blessing became a torture chamber. And tonight, I'm going to break the unbreakable. Even if it kills me. Welcome back, my wolves and wanderers. And if you're new here, join the pack. Hit subscribe and buckle in. Tonight's story isn't just emotional. It's volcanic. Stay with me till the end, because nothing is what you think. Before the betrayal, my world was simple, small, beautiful. There was only Liam Wardell, my fated mate. The day we met, the air shifted. His scent, pine and fresh rain, pulled me toward him like gravity learning a new purpose. And mine, soft florals, like a wild meadow waking in spring. Together, we were a harmony the pack adored. A silver swirl burned into our shoulders the night the moon goddess bound us, a luminous mark the color of moonlit water. Every elder called it unbreakable. We were the golden couple. I believed that. Gods. I believed that. Then came the Tuesday. A single breath told me something was wrong. His emotion spiking along the bond, frantic and hot and horribly familiar. Lust. Not for me, I tried to deny it, told myself it was stress. Imagination. But the bond doesn't lie. I followed the pull into the mist-thick woods at the border of Silver Creek. My heartbeat was a drum, each step heavier than the last. And then I saw it, Liam. Pressed against a tree, and the blonde she-wolf wrapped around him like a vine made of hunger. His hands buried in her hair, his lips devouring hers. But seeing wasn't the worst part. Feeling it was. The mate bond forced his sensations into me like a blade, her fingers digging into his arms, the rough bark against his back, the hot pull of desire rolling through his veins, and my mark burned. Bright, violent, betrayed. My world didn't just break, it was erased. Everything I was went silent. The days after were a descent. I called it heartbreak, but heartbreak is merciful. This was possession. When he touched her, I felt it. When he kissed her, taste flooded my mouth. Sweet, wrong, stolen. When he wanted her, my knees buckled from the force of his desire. I'd be eating and suddenly choke on phantom sensations. Trying to sleep, only to jolt awake drenched in a passion that wasn't mine. He'd come home smelling faintly of her despite washing a dozen times. Then whisper lies at my doorstep. I love you. You're my only. You're my forever. But the bond shoved the truth into me like a poisoned arrow. His guilt. A flash. His lust, a tidal wave. I begged the elders, barely holding myself together. Please, I whispered, help me break the bond. Silence it. Elder Myron wouldn't even meet my eyes. The goddess's bond is sacred, he murmured. To break it is to invite ruin. Elder Rossin added softly, you must endure. You will heal in time. Endure. How do you endure being violated by the emotions of the man who betrayed you? That was the moment my love for Liam died, clean, cold, sudden. But the bond, still there, still choking me. Something in me hardened. If the goddess wouldn't release me, I'd break destiny myself. Night after night, I slipped into the pack archives. Dusty chambers older than any living wolf. Shelves towered like silent judges. I searched not for legends or romance. I searched for heresy. And hidden between rotting leather pages, I found it, a thin, brittle sheet describing the ritual of unbinding. The ink was faded to rust. The title scratched out. The warnings unambiguous. Performed only under a blood moon eclipse fueled by a silver blade. Deadly to our kind empowered by wolfsbane plus belladonna. Poisons for body and mind, outcome unpredictable. Spiritual collapse. Madness. Death. Or blessed. Impossible freedom, the ritual severed mate bonds. Not gently. Not cleanly. But completely. Most wolves would rather die than attempt it. Me. I felt calm. For the first time since the betrayal, I felt clarity. If the bond wanted to burn me alive, I'd burn it back. The night arrived wrapped in crimson. The moon rose swollen and red, dripping light like liquid iron through the trees. The forest hummed with feral energy. I walked to the same clearing where my heart had been broken. Not for pain, for rebirth. I ground wolfsbane and belladonna into a thick, tar-like paste. The smell was bitter, metallic, dangerous. In my hand, a silver knife, cold as winter, alive with promise. Then the bond struck. Liam was with her, right then. In that moment, his ecstasy crashed into me, raw and consuming. I staggered, nearly fell, but instead of breaking me, it fueled me. I lifted the blade. Began the incantation. Words older than any pack, dark and guttural, scraping against the air. The eclipse reached its peak. The world drowned in red twilight. And I carved a deep, brutal X over the luminous mate mark on my shoulder. Fire, agony, light, darkness. Then, silence. The bond snapped like a cosmic cord cut with a single stroke. For the first time since the betrayal, his soul wasn't touching mine. The pain in my shoulder was sharp, real, but the silence in my mind, holy. My thoughts belonged to me again. My breath was mine. My emotions were mine. I walked home through the dark woods, hand pressed to my bleeding shoulder, every step a victory. In my den, I faced the mirror. Where there once was a shimmering silver mate mark, there was now a scar. Angry, red, proud, not a mark from a goddess. A mark from me. A mark of choice. Somewhere miles away, Liam would have felt the snap. The void, the loss. Let him. His emptiness was earned, and it was no longer my burden. What comes next? I don't know. I am a she-wolf marked not by destiny, but by rebellion. The pack will whisper. Some will call me cursed. Others will fear me. Let them. Their opinions are distant storms. My soul is calm. My story isn't about betrayal anymore. It's about survival, defiance, freedom. The moon goddess didn't choose my path. I did. My future is a wild forest, unmapped, dangerous, beautiful. And for the first time, I'm walking into it alone, unbound, unbroken, and free. If you've survived heartbreak and reclaimed yourself on your own terms, I want to hear your story. Share it in the comments. Your strength might be the spark someone else needs today. And if you want more werewolf tales, more defiance, more fire, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Join the pack.